Hello, everybody. Intuition here. Thank you so much for making some time and space for us. We hope that you are trying and not confused at all to have a really great day. And that is what it is that we're going to talk about. Not that we hope that you had a great day. We trust that you had a great day. But what we are talking about is the idea of hope and trying and confusion. Those are some very big verbs, very big words that all of you love to use in your daily languaging that create an incredible excuse as to why you are not doing exactly what it is that you say that you really want to do. And what is it that you're saying? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me express more. So usually, I hope, I'm trying, I'm confused about, follows, well, I'm hoping that this will change for me. I'm confused and therefore that is why I will not change. Well, I am trying, but yet I have not changed yet. And see, all of those words are creating an incredible, convenient space in between the thing in which you are and the thing in which you're identifying that you say that you want. And all of that is the most crazy things to say because first of all, if you're saying you're confused about something, then are you really confused? Should we define what confusion is? Because if you were really confused about something, you wouldn't even be aware that you're confused about it. It wouldn't even be a cognizant thought. You can't really be confused and therefore say, oh my goodness, I must be confused. Because that clears up the confusion immediately. If you say that you're confused, you're no longer confused because you know what it is that's happening. So therefore, are you really confused, or are you just wanting to hear yourself talk, enamored by this tone of your voice coming out of your lips? So confusion really confuses us, because if you can say that I'm confused, then good grief. What are you confused about? I'm confused about what you're confused about. Trying, please. Don't even get us started about trying. Trying. For every human being, every little lowercase g God that is here, that has said the word, I'm trying. For every time we've heard that, all of us would be home back in the space in which we originate from. Truly, honestly. I'm trying not to laugh at how ridiculous trying is. Because again, trying is just another way in which you could create space that then allows for you to not do the thing. Trying is just another excuse. You don't try, you just do. So trying, please, let's not even get into it, right? Hope. Oh, another beautiful, fantastic word. A little bit better than the rest because there's a positive connotation to it. It's not as in the complete negative as confusion. It's not in the neutrality of trying, right? It is more in the positivity, which is hope, right? Hope. Well, I'm hoping for something to happen. Keep on hoping, little one. We hope that your hopes embody themselves in third dimensional form and actually go out and get it for you, because that is what you're saying. In all of these things that you're saying, confusion, trying, and hope, we hope that they all densify, become human, and go out and get these things for you, because that is what it is that you're saying. That's the only way hope will actually get you anywhere, is if it becomes a real live person and does it for you. But until that happens, your hopes, your dreams, your wants will all just be very illusory to you. Because that is, again, what it is that you're doing. All these three things create a space, it creates a suspension, because you all hate to feel stagnant. That is really what it is. You don't like to feel stagnant. You don't like to feel like you are not doing anything at all. So you'll throw these words around to make you feel a little less bad about not doing anything about what it is that you truly say that you want to do. So therefore, trying, hope, confusion creates a suspension, a limbotic space, but because you're using those words, you don't feel stagnant. You say, oh, no, I feel hopeful. Oh, no, well, I'm trying. Oh, well, no, well, I'm confused about it. Instead of just saying what you really mean to say and what really is going on for you. I'm not ready. That's really what it is that you're saying. I'm not ready. Because hope, please. Trying, get the hell out of here. Confused? That's a laugh. You wish you were confused. That would be a lot easier. No. All of those things are just excuses. All of those things are putting your power in something else and taking away your accountability. Which you all love to do. You all love to take away your accountability, and that's why I can't do anything. I'm just a small little person. What can I do? I only am a little lowercase g God. I only created this whole entire earth, this space in which we're in. But what can I do? I can't go out and do what it is that I really want to do. So I'll just hope about it. I'll try about it. I'll be confused about it. At least I don't feel like I'm stagnant in those moments. And we don't say that in a way to belittle or minimize, because it can be confusing, but really what's confusing is the idea that you're using words to take you away from what it is that you really want to do. Because again, if you really wanted to do it, if you really wanted it, wouldn't you have it? Genuinely, seriously, truly, think about it, but not too hard. If you really, really, really wanted it, really, truly, honestly, not hoping for it, not trying for it, not confused about it, you really wanted it, really needed it. If you moved that energy from stagnation into need, which neediness moves you into actionness, right? So if you moved that energy, trying, hoping, wishing, confusion, if you moved all of those things into the energy of need, then you'd have it. Nothing. You'd create no space in between you and the thing in which you're saying that you desperately want. So if you really, 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 really insatiably had to have it, you'd have it. There would be nothing stopping you, truly, honestly. Not hopefully, honestly, transparently, you'd have it. There'd be no question. There'd be no confusion. There'd be no trying. There'd be no hoping. But what gets confusing, if we must use that word, is the idea that you're telling yourself that in being confused, in trying, in hope, that's what's going to get you there to the next step. And that's not what gets you there to the next step. That's just another way to stay stagnant. And if you really want that thing, if that really is something that you need and hope for, in the way that you say that you do, then move that energy into need. Stop giving excuses as to why you can't have it. Now, if you just want to hear the tone of your own voice, then please, assalamu alaikum. Many people love to hear themselves talk, and many people love to listen to others talk. I love to hear people talk. I love to listen to other people talk. I love to talk. But it gets boring hearing people say, I hope, I'm trying, I'm confused about it. Because really, as they continue to talk about it, you hear how little they are confused about it, how little they are hopeful about it, and how little they are trying about it, and how they're really just doing nothing at all about it. Really, truly, honestly. So again, there's more accountability in you saying, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Because then you are reclaiming your power, you're standing in the actual truth of what it is that's happening for you. And when you take accountability for what you are or aren't doing, the funny thing that changes for you is that you realize if you really wanted it to begin with, if you really truly needed it to begin with. But if you keep on hoping, trying, being confused about it, it doesn't move you into the space that clears the fog, that clears the space in which you've created between your wanting and the words, which then therefore allows you to see clearly, well, you know what, honestly, I really don't want that Lamborghini. Well, honestly, I really don't want to date that man or woman. Well, really, I'm not that confused about this job that it is that I said that I maybe want or maybe don't want. Because if I wanted it, I would have just done it. Just like Nike. They got it figured out. They just do it. The slogan isn't, well, maybe. It's just do it. So, just do it. But stop holding yourself in a state of suspension. And if you must be suspended in midair, at least take accountability for it and say, well, I'm just not ready yet. And again, watch yourself unfold and unravel into being ready. Once you say, I'm not ready, things start to move into place, start to move into cognition, start to move in the way which allows you to see if you really need that thing in the first place. But again, for you to use these words that create more space and distance, which keeps you in a suspension, which really is keeping you stagnant, which then keeps you in this illusion, because it's elusive as to whether you really need it or not. So therefore, you're creating more of an illusion around what it is that you think you need, and therefore you stay even more suspended in midair. If that's what you want, then please, go ahead. If you want to waste your time, you get to do that because you are the one creating time to begin with. It's yours to waste. But if you're trying to waste your time, then why waste it in words? You could waste it in so many more meaningful ways than you expressing words that are creating space between you and another person. So, that's a lot to take in. If we didn't confuse you, that is. We hope we didn't confuse you. We weren't trying to. But if we did, we do apologize. And again, we do not mean to laugh at you or to minimize the experience, because it is a valid and noble and novel experience. But it might help you on your travels to just say, you know what, I'm not ready. As opposed to all these other nonsensical words that keep you farther away from understanding what it is that you really need, what it is that you really want. Don't allow the words to get in the way of what it is that you know you need or want. Because again, if you're able to ask the question, then you already know the answer. You wouldn't be able to ask a question without already knowing what the answer is. Just like you couldn't really say that you're confused. Back it up. You're not really confused if you're saying you're confused. That mitigates, that completely cancels out the confusion. You can't ask a question if you don't already have the answer. That cancels out the original question. Now, it might take you a moment to synthesize, to process what the answer is, but that again doesn't mean that you don't have it. It just means, oh my goodness. Well, my awareness of self doesn't move as quick as I do in a physical body sometimes, as quick as my thoughts do in a physical body. So therefore, let me slow it down a minute and just process. Interesting. Is this what I need? Not is this what I hope for? Is this what I'm confused about? Is this what I'm trying to do? Cancel that all out, because again, that's creating more space, which then creates more time. And since you all say time is so invaluable to me, even though you're creating it to begin with, since it's so invaluable, then why waste it on something that is invaluable or valueless, like hopes, confusion, and trying? Just move into the state of, well, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet does not mean I will never be ready. It does not mean I'm ready now, so let me go and start doing exactly what it is that I think that I should be doing. It simply means that yet, in this moment, that in time that I created, it's not the time. That doesn't mean it will never be time. It just means right now it is not. In the next moment it might be. But I surely won't get there as quick if I'm saying hope, trying, and confused. So we leave you with that. As always, we are so full of gratitude for you making space and time for us. And we hope that you cut through the minutia of trying and being confused and just move into simply saying, I'm not ready yet. And that's A-okay. Better than hoping and trying and being confused about it to begin with. Well wishes.